Well, hello, wonderful educators, and welcome back to Oasis for Teachers. I am so glad that you are here. And today we're talking about something really, really important that I think a lot of people aren't necessarily talking about because teachers are exhausted and they're not just tired, they are fragmented. So, you want to know what that means? Let's talk about it. Hey, it's Jill Waters, your Oasis mentor here. And again, welcome to Oasis for Teachers. We are all about helping teachers to become the whole educator through intentional self-care in their body, mind, spirit, finances, and in their relationships. For more resources on how to overcome and to prevent that burnout, go to oasisedservices.com. And I am super excited that the book, The Whole Educator, is out now. You can get your copy at Amazon. The link is in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. So today I want to talk about fragmentation and what it means to be fragmented. And I talk so much about this in my book, Becoming the Whole Educator, because I think a lot of educators today, they are tired, they are worn out, they're either already in burnout or on the way to burnout because they're showing up for their family every day. They're showing up for their students every day, but there are parts of themselves that they are leaving behind. So maybe their body is exhausted, their mind is overwhelmed, their spirit is drained or depleted. The finances may be stressing you, and your relationships are stretching you so thin, but no one is talking about that part. So let me give you something real that you can start today. It's about integration. It's about bringing all of these different parts of your life, your mind, your body, your spirit, your finances, and in your relationship in an alignment. Just doing small things in each area can totally transform your life. All right, so let's start with your body. Here are some small things that you can do, just a few. There's so many more in the book, but I want to give you just a few things that you can do in your body to start resetting and refreshing, replenishing, refilling that cup so that you can be that whole educator. Drinking water is so important. You want to make sure that you're drinking water. You want to make sure that you're moving every day. That could be stretching, it could be dancing, it could be walking, it could be running, it could be going to the gym, it could be doing a YouTube video at home. Whatever it is, do something to intentionally move your body every day. Also, you want to make sure that you're getting between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. And I know that that is challenging. The best that you can, try to go to bed around the same time and wake up around the same time every single day. Yes, even on the weekends. Yes, even on our breaks. I know you want to turn off the alarms and wake up later, but it is so beneficial for your body's internal clock, that circadian rhythm, if you go to bed and wake up around the same time every night. Your body will thank you for it. Now for your mind, let's talk about a few things that you can do to just help your mind. Stop trying to do everything perfectly. And I know this one is challenging for me. I can be stressed when it's like not perfect, not exactly the way that I want it. But I've learned for the sake of my mind that it's not always about perfection. It's about progress. Don't we tell this to our students? And we also need to take this advice. Progress over perfection. Also, anytime that your mind is feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to just breathe, reset, and that helps to just calm your mind down. Another thing that you can do for your mind is to write things down. A lot of times we have so many things going on in our head and they're just swirling, swirling, swirling. If you write those things down, it helps your brain to declutter and it helps you to relax and know, okay, these are the things that I need to do. A to-do list is great. It may never get done, but it's something about writing it down that helps to declutter your mind and that helps you to be in a more peaceful state. All right, now for your spirit. And this is where a lot of us are feeling empty right now. Here are some ways that you can refill your spiritual cup. You want to start your day with a quiet moment, with prayer, with scripture, with some inspirational messages or texts. Give yourself a beautiful start of the day by inviting God into the very beginning of your day. Don't pick up your phone. Don't go on social media. Don't check your email. Take time first thing in the morning to have some prayer time and some time of reflection. Also, you can make sure that you're listening to something inspirational, uplifting on your way to work. Boy, this is incredible right here. You want to make sure that you practice gratitude every single day. Being thankful will absolutely change your life. All right, now for some tips on how you can refill or replenish, take away that stress in your finances. And I think the number one way is to have a budget. You know what? It's controversial between lesson plans and no lesson plans and all the things. But in the grand scheme of things, you need some type of plan to know exactly where you're going. Even if your lesson plan is just an outline, you know what you're teaching for the day. You know what lessons you're going to teach. You know what the learning targets are and what standards you're teaching about that day. You still have some type of plan. Budgeting doesn't mean you're broke. I know a lot of times people say, I'm on a budget, and they make it a negative connotation. It's not about being broke. Millionaires are on a budget. What it means is you are telling your money exactly where to go. And it eases that stress so you don't worry about the end of the month coming and you don't have enough money. You know exactly where your money's going. You know the exact places that you designated for it to go. And it takes so much strain away from your mind to know that you're good financially. Make sure that you're saving. Make it a habit to save. Automate it if you have to. It is such a relief, and it takes away that financial stress to know that you have an emergency fund, to know that you have a cushion, to know if things happen in life, you have finances stored away that can take care of those things. Another way, just make sure that you're living within your means. Sometimes we're buying things to impress people who we don't know and we don't like, and they don't know us and they probably don't like us either. Why are we doing these things? And I know social media is a big deal right now. You see the cars, the houses, the vacations, the clothes, the accessories, all the things. But what do you really need? What do you really need? Make sure that based on how much money is coming in, that you are budgeting and you are making sure that you aren't buying a bunch of things on credit just to look a certain way or to impress other people. It is not worth it. So there are many different tools and many different calculations or formulas that people use. This is what I like to use. I would say 10% giving away, whether that's your church, a charity, but God loves a cheerful giver. And I'm telling you, it is something about blessing other people. We don't do it for the blessings that we get in return, but man, you cannot beat God's giving. So I would say 10% you're giving, 10% you're saving, 10% you're investing, and that other 70% needs to go to your living expenses and your debt reduction. So have a plan for the money. And in your relationships, here are some things that you can do to help integrate your life, integrate those 5 Oasis pillars that will help you to become that whole educator. Listen, sometimes you just have to say no. And I know as educators, man, and especially as women, we pour out and pour out and pour out and give and give and give. And a lot of times we say no to ourselves. It's time that we start saying no to other people. If it's something that you know you don't want to do, you need to take it off your plate, but you're trying to please other people or you're trying to be superwoman, no is a whole sentence. And setting those boundaries is going to help you to maintain your sanity. Also, spend time with your loved ones. This can be your spouse or your partner, it could be your children, siblings, friends, other family, but just those people who you love, those people who uplift you, not drain you, but they fill your cup. You feel energy, good energy, and you feel enlightened and encouraged around them. You want to spend that time with them and make it intentional. Put it on your calendar. Reach out to people and say, hey, I want to see you. When are you free? Let's put it on the calendar. For your spouse, say, hey, we're going to have a date night, or someone you're dating. Be intentional with the time that you spend together. And when you spend that time together, no technology. Now, of course, if you're watching television or you're watching a movie, that's different. But if you're out to dinner, and put the cell phones away. It is so interesting to me when I go out to dinner, the amount of people that I see on their cell phones during dinner, they're not connecting, they're not truly spending quality time with that loved one because they're on a device, they're looking at a screen. And I also suggest that not all of your dates be in front of a screen. Let it be time where you're looking into each other's eyes, you're having genuine conversations, you're connecting, you're loving each other, you're getting to know each other on a deeper level. Man, will this refill your cup in your relationships? All right, so we talked about those 5 Oasis pillars today: your body, mind, spirit, finances, and relationships. Because listen, burnout isn't about just needing more self-care or doing too much. It's about being disconnected from yourself. And that's why I wrote Becoming the Whole Educator. Because when I started working on all of those 5 areas of my life, it was totally transformed and changed. Not overnight, but intentionally. So guess what? You're not broken, you're fragmented. And I pray that this book and these videos help you to become whole again. If this spoke to you, the book is available now. Get your copy. So excited to share these resources and tools with you. Remember, like I always say, there is so much greatness in you. Go forth and be great. I'll see you next time in the Oasis.